roadkill, and because YouTube's YouTube, they won't let me uh, film the roadkill, which is fair enough. I get that. It's not for everybody. So then what I do is I butcher the meat up and I give it to my dog. I fix it up and give it to the dogs and the cats so that they've got food. What I like to do with the skin, salt it and then clean the hide, which is, do you know how long it took me to get one of these? Forever, forever. I was using a tomahawk, like a little axe at one stage. And the best thing to do is try and get it all in one go when you're doing it. I know, look, that's all I've got. I haven't got around to getting myself a proper big block of wood or something, but I'll give you a demo on how this works. I need a plastic bag because I don't like the smell of the skin. It doesn't stink by any means, but you got to put some force into it. You got to get all that skin off. And if you've done any kind of hole with your knife, you've got to avoid them. And look, if you salt it properly, it comes off really easy. I'm just going to put a little bit of effort into it, but it does come off. Helps if you got the right tool. Don't be like me. I never used it back to front sometimes. I've ended up using that side. And not realising it for a little while and going, why isn't this working? But yeah. And these aren't to be sharp. You can't sharpen them. They need to be a bit blunt so you don't damage the hide. My sister is up from Victoria. She accidentally opened the esky where this was salting, and she's going, that doesn't smell, not to me anyway. I'm so used to doing this stuff. But just thought I'd give you a whirl on how to clean a hide if you want to save it. What happens is the salt shrinks the hide, so it's nice to bring it back to its original shape. What I like to do is leave the hide as long as I can with salt on it, because then it makes this stuff really easy to get off. The trick to doing this is don't do it in the sun. It's too hot. I tried to get out here earlier and do it. Dishes, boiling jars for lemons. I'm going to put some brine, lemons. Put my lemons in some brine. I've got a Carol on watching me. If you skin your hide pretty good, you don't get a lot of this on there. Now, I'm no expert by any means. This is all trial and error and learnt. I've had to learn how to do this by myself. No one's taught me. Even though my grandfather, Pa, we called him Pa, lived up in Holbrook. And that's New South Wales, bottom of New South Wales. Loved going foxing. He used to fox whistle, call the foxes up. Injured baby rabbit with the fox whistle. And bang, one shot. Pa was excellent. One shot, clean shot, through the head, because he would sell the pelts. He would clean them. He would skin them. I don't know what he did with the meat, but he'd skin the fox. He'd clean it like I'm cleaning it. Every now and then when we were little girls, we'd go, he was actually in Albury, but he'd hunt up in Holbrook. We'd go in the backyard and there'd be his skin strung out. And I would just admire them. Not knowing I'd ever do this when I grew up. But yeah, here I am. And I love giving thanks to the animals that I find on the side of the road for their life. It's nice to do that because, like, it's just like having a funeral for them, just giving thanks for their life. Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of fur loss because that's natural. Just want to check to see if it, yeah, it's still good fur. See, it's not coming off in my hand. So that means I salted it pretty good. And you really do. They say don't spare on your salt. If you can salt your hide pretty good. Salt it good. That's if you're going to keep them. And look, I've seen people that, I'll cut that off later. I've seen people put their hides in the freezer. I've put full animals that I've found on the side of the road, little paddy melons, only about this big. Put them in the freezer, full. And then come back to do them. But as my son has said, I've tried to do this with them and their fur is just falling off. And my son had said, Mum, it's because they got freezer burn. Their fur's fallen off. Because I didn't protect it properly. So whenever I try and find one, I clean it. As soon as I get it, or butcher it as soon as I get it. Parts of hides you'll find have thicker meat that sticks to them than other parts, and it's where they're it's always nearly around their rumps. Look at that. The camera's following me. That stand's doing its job. Oh, I'm impressed. And it is getting warm. It's getting very warm here at the moment. Hey, Maddie, did you get them off the front veranda? They were in the bucket, were they? Okay, cool. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Put the clothes out on the line while you can. Early enough. Here comes the cat. Cat thinks, look. Cat thinks I'm doing a skin. This is my attire. It's too early. It's still early. But like I said, you got to get this stuff done before the sun gets out and makes it too hot to even do anything. I'll be giving this a good wash once I finish it, and then putting it in the solution to tan it. It's like a bit of an acid thing that you got to put it in. I can't even remember the name of the acid that you got to buy to put it in. But yeah. See, a lot of this edging stuff, it'll be cut off. It won't be on here. Once you peg it out, like nail it out on the board, the edges do dry up a bit, and you've got to you'll find you'll have to trim the edges down anyway. That's a good sweat up for the day. Let me know where these are all from. I'm 6 hours north of Sydney. And we're just in the middle of the beginning of spring. And it's hot. It's getting hot. It's already hot. All right. Now we'll start working it up. This is the injury that took this baby out. That got hit by a car. Yeah, sad. I don't like it because people, you don't have to speed. You don't have to rush. You're still going to get there. Don't matter if you're 5 minutes late. It saves a life. It saves wild animals. Yeah. Take a leaf out of my own tree. Yeah, I got to do the same. You know, there are moments, yeah, I'm guilty. Now, sometimes once you start working one way with the skin, it doesn't really like you going the other way. So we'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. Who are you barking at, Terps? No. Get in the back. Go. Dragon, that's not good. Go, Dragon. Go. Go. Good boy. Dogs. Neighbours. Review our fences. That was not nice. You behave yourself. Dragon's just watching what I'm doing. Dragon? Be a good boy. Good boy. Go. Needs bone. I'm not allowed to, I don't do that anymore. You tend to learn. You tend to learn what your neighbours do and don't like. You tend to mind your own bloody business. There's going to be some sticky parts that, you know, don't want to come off because they're going to be resistant. But they'll eventually work off. You know the old saying, firm but gentle? That's kind of like what you've got to do with this. Firm but gentle. It's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to bruise your hide or tear your hide. I think I'm sensing my bottles are just about ready to take off the boil now. You know what? I'm going to call it quits now. Not on this, but here on YouTube. Because I like to share footage between a few apps. So, thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like, no beauty queen, don't know how to edit, I'm just doing me. So, hit that like button. If you feel like subscribing, give it a go. But hey, thank you for watching. Muchly appreciated. Oh, sweaty little fingers. Sweaty face. Really getting a workout this morning. Alright guys. These are all little champions and I really appreciate each and every one of you on here. Like, I don't tolerate nastiness. I don't tolerate people that do terrible, horrible and say horrible things on these apps. So please, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say it at all. That's a golden rule from Grandma. So thank you everybody. Bye.